Hello, hello, everybody. Thanks for checking out the stream. Don't have any players in Tabletop Simulator, so the backup plan is that I'll just run through uh, a solo playthrough of Merchants of Magic, which is actually a pretty good thing because some of the solo components, even when we sent out the prototypes to people, we didn't have. Oops, sorry about that. Getting some feedback on my end. Hope you guys didn't hear that, but always an adventure. These streams. Okay. So since no one wanted to hop in and play live, what we'll do is, again, go to that solo content that I have, which is a good thing because when we printed the prototypes and sent them out to people, we did not have that. So we didn't print that particular solo content in the tokens. So anybody who is streaming the prototype and playing solo, they're playing sort of like a simplified version. They're not playing the solo board and all that stuff. So we'll set that up and get started here, I guess. Where did I put that stuff? And in the meantime, while I fumble through Tabletop Simulator, we can take any questions or let people sort of arrive. So we'll get the solo stuff out, and we'll play the solo mode with everything. Um, and then we'll wrap it up. So I'll play red here. Let me switch my color. And we separated all the advanced orders. So we'll use our market board. And these are items we can sort of advertise to try to grab. And then we need to, I'm going to give the solo player a little more room. Then we each start with one of these, I believe. And then we take 3 regular orders, sort of final stages of setup for a solo game. So again, it's sort of simulating that 2-player experience with this traveling merchant representing the second player. And then we'll need to get out all their tokens. These are the tokens that you'll flip during the action selection phase, since we're playing with all the modules. And then you look here and you look at the masteries. And because this says mark 6 circles, that's going to get 6 of these types of tokens on them. The bag of tricks tokens. And then this one is 4, so it'll get 4 of those tokens. And for the adventurer boards, you'll see that we sort of made these custom counters. Which this should all start 0. So we'll take that all the way down. There we go. And I think we're pretty much ready to go here. One of the awkwardest things about Tabletop Simulator is how to mark your sheet. So we can use this pencil and draw on it, although that's very large. If I can make that smaller. There we go, use the pen. So we can use the pen to sort of write on our sheet that way. It's very big when it gets on the sheet. I wonder why that is. Maybe it's because I have it locked. If I don't lock it, oh, there we go. So we can use that, or we can use, what I also prefer is to use these little go markers to just cover up the circles. So that's probably what I'll do for ease of messing things up. Like that, I like that a little better. Okay, so let's run through a solo playthrough of Merchants of Magic with the Traveling Merchant and all the expansion stuff. Um, so the first thing we'll do is we will roll dice. And we'll check if we rolled. I'm going to put these closer to the merchant actually, because we can track what he would steal. Um, so if we roll a 1 on any of these, he's going to capture that particular order at that particular space. Because he didn't capture anything, he's going to work on his masteries, and we're going to actually flip 2 of these tokens. So we'll do that now. So he's going to score everything that's fiery. This is a one-time effect when you draw an enchantment, and anything with that enchantment, the AI will score. So we'll just put it up there, and he'll draw another card face down. And then his other token, do I have enough tokens here? Yeah, I've got 3 there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And then he'll draw one of these tokens. He'll take 1 token off each mastery. If a mastery is ever blank of tokens, he will get those coins accordingly. So you're racing against them like you would in a normal game. Well, I'm sorry. I don't know how long I screwed that up, but no one told me. And sorry you missed what I was doing. But here's the current state of the game now. Okay. So we rotated everybody. We need to roll dice. We're in round 5, I think. So we're looking at how many dice I spent. Yeah, we are in round 5. So we're at the halfway mark almost. And we're going to roll dice. All right. 8, 3, 1, 3. So the 1 here, they're going to capture this order. And we will put another one there. So they're not going to take any of their bag of trick tokens out in a solo game. And then we roll dice. We need to do action selection. I have not completed what I reserved here, which is scroll and greaves, which I have neither of those things. So I do feel like I'm going to forget that and get negative points at the end, but there's only so much I can do while streaming, answering questions, and fumbling through this. So my apologies for any mistakes that I make. But let's pick what action we want to do. I don't mind potentially. I think we'll advertise these potions. Are these potions particularly good? Ooh, I like this one. I'm going to grab this one of the dwarves. Oh, I don't have the potions for it. So we'll advertise and see what we can get. Is there anything good for us? We have of the elves. We have 2 potions. Maybe we get this one. Spear and shield. We work towards shield. We don't have spear. I don't like that. We're gonna do recipe. And then we'll draw one of the solo tokens. They're gonna take this item. This item is gonna discard because the 2 right go anyway. I didn't advertise, so he didn't take anything anyway. Get something better for me out here, hopefully. And then I'm gonna grab a recipe, and I want this dwarf recipe. Can't use it right now, but I'm actually gonna put it in my hand. Could be super useful later. Ignore any die column restrictions and use any die to fill in the crafting circles. That means I can use these big dice to get some of these numbers without spending potions. I just either need to get of the dwarves so I can use any potion color, or I need to draw a red potion to be able to use that. Okay. 3, 1, 3, 8. I really would like to get divine. If I get divine, do I have bracers? I do have bracers, so divine bracers are gonna leave. We gotta get it. So let's spend the 3 probably. Now let's spend the 1 because we're not going to use this on anything else. Spend the D8 1 to finish out divine. And draw a potion. Purple. Actually, I don't know if I shuffled this when I put my potions back. So we're going to shuffle just hoping for that red. I clicked shuffle, right? Still purple. I guess there's a 1 in 3 chance that it is that anyway. So I'll roll with it. Didn't get the potion color I wanted. But we have divine. We can score this item. And draw a new one face down. Everlasting bracers we cannot do. Shocking bracers and Warhammer. Crossbows coming. Grimoire of the Elves will automatically grab. So we actually may want to. Guess we have to get through one more round where they could take it. And then what else are we going to do here? We need staff. Can we get staff? 6 or higher? Didn't roll well. How about spending that 8? Let's spend that 8 on everlasting. Because we will score this mastery. 4 circles. So we'll flip that over. Oh, we've got the other ones on top. We'll do that. And we'll score 8. So right down here on energy mastery, I got 8 there. All right, we spent our 2. I don't think the dice are great. I think we're gonna 3 we could use maybe. 3 or lower. Shocking. We get. I mean, I don't have 3 potions. I could use 3 potions and use an extra die. I don't think we do it. I think we rotate. Customers rotate. Round 6. You know, I never know if this kind of stuff is worth it. I like creating the content. Like this will now exist out there, and someone will be able to watch and learn how to play the game solo. But you know, my thought is that you know, as people watch it, it's giving one demo, and it can reach a lot more people than I can reach at a convention. but it's a lot harder to do this online streaming. I don't think I'm particularly good at it anyway, than it is to sit down in person at a convention and just run a demo with people at a table. It's definitely what I am better at. Maybe it's the extrovert in me, or just feeding off people's energy, or maybe this just takes me back to 2020 and COVID times too much, when like all the games I was playing and play testing were on Tabletop Simulator. But um, I wanted to give this a try. If people were on the Discord channel and wanted to play a game with us, thought it could be fun. But obviously, scheduling stuff and having people show up at a particular time is difficult. So I get it. Some people probably should have made it clear that no one would be. We weren't going to like mic people up. They didn't have to entertain on the stream. They were just going to be sort of like learning and playing. Um, but you live, you learn. I'm not going to give up doing stuff like this. I'm just going to try to get better at how we execute on it. Did capture a card here. The solo player did, so we're not going to draw any of these bag of trick cards. We have to check the market. Oh my gosh. Sorry, that was really janky flying around. Of the elves we don't have spear. Do we have any of this stuff? Man, none of this stuff is like clicking well with us. Fiery ring and sword. I mean, we could get that stuff. We have fiery. Dice are bad. I don't think we want to reserve. We may just want to get a potion. We just want to brew. Entice. I do want this grimoire. Would like give him crossbow back or backpack. We're not going to use backpack. Maybe we entice. Let's do entice just to see it. First, we'll do their action. Pick one of theirs. Oh, they're taking the 3 anyway. They mostly mess with advertising. I'm going to swap, and it's going to cost me all 3 of these potions. Why does it say there's 10 there? Oh my gosh, there's like 10 inside of things. There's 12 here. Just purple chips inside of chips. All right, so I'm going to spend all my potions. I'm actually just going to discard them because I think maybe that's messing up the shuffle. And we're going to swap this item with this item because we immediately score it. We have Grimoire and of the Elves, so we get to basically steal and get that order. And then these 2 cycle out. And the market moves along. Everlasting. Gotta look at these and see if any of them are good for us. Divine Grimoire and Spear, that could be good. So we have like two of those 3 things. And this is round 6. I'm gonna do dots instead. And now we spend 2 dice. We want Spear. 7. We spent all our potions. We could have used this 6 and a potion. Helmet, 3 or greater? Nope. Let's get staff. Get a potion. Oh, but then we use it. Can we use this D10 to get something? 4. Here we go. We're going to spend this to do the old charm potion, glamour potion supplier trick. And put that here. We get 3 potions. There's a red potion. When you finish that space, you get 3 potions instead of just 1. And now we can spend a potion, because you can always spend a potion to edit a die and move it up or down. We'll make this a 7 for us. And we will get staff completed. And that'll actually get us a potion back, technically. And staff is worth 5. Boom. Which means we can defeat the Wandering Giant, which means the 8 can be spent in that steel column. So we'll mark that here, because that's like an ongoing effect that we've defeated the level 2 monster. You know what? Let's use the bandit effect too, because I don't particularly like this card. It swapped the top card of the order decks with an order in your shop. So we can just take a draw on this and see if it's better for us. Put that one on top. Shocking Helmet. We do have Helmet, but we do not have Shocking. So we did use our level 1. We defeated our level 1 creature. We got Fiery Staff. I think that's good. We spent our 2 dice. Spent this one and that one. So we're going to flip these cards over, rotate around the table, customers move along. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get... I get this backpack back, which is not great. Scroll and Greaves. I got to work on that. I'm going to get that negative points thing I reserved. And then we will roll dice. I scored my master, and I don't have 6 in this column. I've got still just 2. 2, 5, 9, 5. Oh, he's going to flip. All right, so we'll take one of these each for the 3. He's going to capture on a 3 on that in the future. And Shocking. All Shocking. It's all on my side. He's going to capture all Shocking. He whiffed on that. Lots of whiffs for him on the enchantments. But he's going to be capturing stuff better on his board now. And we need to decide what action we're going to do. Can't take another enchantment. Can we trigger that? We're missing a purple. So we probably want to advertise. Everlasting. We want this for 3 potions. We're going to advertise. And let's hope that he doesn't take that one. Oh, he's going to block potion number 2. I think these are in order. Yeah, 1. So I can't get the Elixir of the Elves anymore. It's like he took that recipe, and that will be blocked until we draw another one of these. So it's like he's taken this. Usually in a 1-player game, you only have 1 of each copy. So because I have that, I should actually fix that. It's like he took that elixir and hasn't used it yet. Traveling Merchant. So I advertised, he didn't block me, so I'm going to spend my 3 potions. And we're going to reserve this one. Risking reserving here. We have Divine, we have Grimoire, we need Spear. So let's not forget, we need Spear. 5. What is Spear? Well, let's just get it now. We're going to spend this to get Spear. 7 or above. We'll unlock Spear. We get a potion back. Take a green one. And at least this one is scored. Thing we reserved. And then we need to start getting more potions. We need to start saving up for like extra dice. Because how many have I done? 6, 10, 11, 12. 12. Okay, we're in round 7. We are currently in round 7. We spent 1 dice. We need to spend 1 more, but we're running out of time. So we need to start thinking about, we need to start looking at what's coming in. Shocking helmet. If we get shocking or everlasting, we can, or plate armor, we can get that plate armor potentially coming into our shop. Like, what's going to come into our shop? We've got what's in front of us and stuff that's coming. So shocking seems like the thing to go for. 5. We can use the 5. Let's use the 5 to work on shocking. That's 2 dice. We spent 2 dice this round, so unless we're going to spend extra dice, we don't have enough potions to activate it, everything's going to rotate. So we missed out on those bracers, unfortunately. Maybe we can swap later and grab it, but I don't pretend to be great at this game. I've never beaten Clarence the designer. And I've only played solo a few times. The expansion content multiplayer I've played more times. So that's, I feel like managing the tabletop simulator and doing all that stuff's messing me up more than anything else. I feel like I'm doing decent though. I feel like I may be able to beat this. I forget I'll have to check a Word document, check the scores. I think it's like 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 points is how much. It's like easy, medium, hard, etc. for the AI. Didn't capture anything. He scored this 4 points. I'm just going to give him this card. He's going to take this token off. Well, that's going to be permanently improved for the future. And then we have to choose what we're going to do, and we're definitely brewing. We're going to just brew and take a potion. I'd like to use the recipe I've gotten. Red and green, red and purple. And the AI will do something. They're going to do this. Oh, they're going to block 3. So now they're blocking 3. Spear gave me nothing. Shield is worth something. I did start shield. Okay. Let's finish some stuff. So we're going to spend this 3. And finish up shield. When I get shield, I get 3 more. And a potion. We need shocking, man. We need shocking. 2 or less on any of these. Nope. All massive rolls. I don't have of the doors. I need a purple potion. So we need to go after... Let's use the 8 with our ability from the Wandering Giant. The 8 may be spent in the steel column. Let's use the 8 to get sword. I think we get sword for the potion. Oh, red. And sword gets us 2 more. 25. We almost get 4 points from defeating the Unhallowed. And I think that's the round. That was the 8th round. We're going to the 9th round. And then we roll these dice for the AI player. 3, he's going to score that. 6. 2 is safe. 4 is safe. Okay, what action are we going to take? Are any of these good for us? We don't have this stuff. We don't have enough enchantments. What do I need? Scroll and Greaves? I'm going to get -2 from that. I don't want to bid. We're brewing. We're brewing. AI is going to block the 4th potion. They can't, so they'll stay at 3. And I'm going to brew to get a potion. Purple, yes. I can use anything to craft. Use anything to craft. So I can get Greaves, but I can get Greaves pretty easily, probably. 6, 3. Nope, the numbers are all low, so it's not going to happen. Shocking Helmet. Let's get Shocking. Can we get Shocking? Yeah, let's do 2. 2. Gets a Shocking. Score Shocking Helmet. Also gets us a potion for completing the row. I have a decent amount of potions here, so we may want to use an extra dice, it being the 9th round. We don't know what's coming into the store. Fiery Plate Armor. I feel like we could get that. Scroll, Greaves, Plate Armor. What can we get? Greaves. Anything 5 or higher? Yeah, let's do this. I think we're going to spend 3 potions. This is 10 for some reason. We're going to spend 3 potions to use an extra die. Just because the 9th round. Plate Armor? Plate armor's tough. Scroll. Could get Scroll. Spend the 4. And we'll fill in that 3. And get Scroll. Draw a potion. Alright, Greaves. What do we need for Greaves now? 7 or higher, okay. Alright, rotate them around. Final round of the solo stream, the Disaster Community Game Night stream. Lucky for me, all the other streams are going to be run by other people, so you won't have to deal with me anymore. Captures that item. Doesn't finish that, and neither will I. What else do I need? Scroll? I have Scroll finish. I need Greaves. Greaves and Scroll. Final action. Anything good come out here? Everlasting Ring of the Dwarves. I can't really get any of that stuff. I have a potion. The Everlasting Bracers. I am 1 short of Everlasting. Do I want to swap that? I think I do. But then we can't. Tough decision here. So we could spend 3 potions now and swap this item and get it into our shop. And then probably score it with 1. Score 3 points. 1. We need a low die. We could use that D12 to get the 1. Let's do it. I'll save the purple. I'll spend 3 red. And put all these back in. So we can shuffle for real. And I'm going to do it. I'm going to entice. So I'm going to swap. I don't want this backpack. It's garbage. It's worth 2 points. I'm going to swap and get these everlasting bracers in my store. And entice. And he's going to block this potion. It didn't matter anyway. He's captured all his items. The AI is basically done at this point. It's the 10th round. We've given them, they've scored these 7 points along with these 4 points. So we'll add their score up and see how they did. And it's up to, it's really what's left for us to squeeze out whatever points we're going to squeeze out. So that's what we're going to focus on now. I'm not going to get pendant. I should get scroll. I do have scroll. I need Greaves. So we need to focus on Greaves. Probably aren't going to spend that last extra dice. So let's just go through it. We're going to spend this 1. We should be done. We'll finish it up. We're going to spend this 1 on Everlasting. And get Everlasting. That gets us Everlasting Bracers. Boom. Gets us a potion. Nope. If I draw a red potion, I can use my Draft of the Dwarves. And then we need Greaves so we don't get -2. 7 or greater on steel. We can use this with our ability from the Wandering Giant. We can use it in the steel column to get Greaves. Boom. Boom. Gets us another potion. Red, but we don't have enough potions to spend on an extra die. So that is going to be it. But we did get this. We do have Scroll and Greaves. Greaves doesn't give us any bonus here, though. So let's just make sure. I didn't get Backpack. I did get Scroll. I don't think I added the 1 for Scroll. So I should have 8, 10, 15. 26. Yeah, I've got 26 power. Can't beat the Unhallowed. I do get the Horde Drake, so let's mark the Horde Drake. We're going to get that level end effect. And what we're going to do is we're going to, I'm going to score my score, teach you how to score a game of Merchants of Magic on here. We'll tally everything up here. So crafting, you're going to go up and add up everything that you've circled, or in our case, putting a black dot next to here. So we've got, 1 for scroll, 3 for grimoire, 1 for spear, 1 for staff, 2 for sword, 1 for bracers, 2 for helmet, 3 for shield, 4 for greaves. Material mastery, we did not get. We needed 6 circles in the leather column. Leather columns here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's a 0. That's a 0. Creatures defeated is a 0 because we missed this. Charms bonus is an X because we didn't fill any of these out. Crafting is 18. Write that here. This is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10. So we're going to get 10 for spell research. Completed orders. So let's do it this way. We have 8, 15, 18, 22, 25, 30. 30 points, but because we finished the Horde Drake, we gain 1 additional for each. So we'll get 5. Hold on. What did I say I had again? There's 10, 20, 30. And then we have 7. So we're going to get 37 there. I think that's 37 correctly. I think I did that right. Okay. 18, 10, 28, 28, 37 should be 65. And then we have 8 from here, 0, 0, 0. So that's going to be our score, 73. And then we'll put the AI score on this one. We'll just add his cards up. All right, so that's 4, 4, 12, 15, 18, 22, 26, 29. So 29, and I believe the base score on easy is 30. So 29 plus 30 is 59. I beat him. 40, I think, is the next one. So like at like normal, at normal he would have gotten 69. I just beat him out, and then if I was playing it hard or whatever, I missed him. So you can sort of see how well you did, and those starting numbers may change in the final version, but that's the gist of how to play the solo mode of Merchants of Magic. Again, for the few of you that showed up to watch this, thank you. Oh look, that was popping up. I can't believe I missed this chat. Thanks for letting me know that we couldn't see TTS. I did eventually fix it, but sorry again. Too small of a screen, too much messed up stuff. I wonder why that didn't come in the streaming software, that chat stuff. But that was a very rocky stream of the solo mode of Merchants of Magic. Thanks for watching. And if you have any other questions, we're still on Kickstarter. And you guys can watch this at a later date. Fast forward through the part where I blacked the screen out. Sorry about that. Because we'll have this as a video on demand. And then if you have any questions, hit us up in the comments on our Kickstarter. There'll be much better streams later on from professional streamers. But for any of you that came to this particular stream on a Thursday night, I appreciate it. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great night.